Welcome to the video, everybody. My name is Ryan. Now in this video we are going to be giving my top 10 LEGO Toy Story sets right here. Why am I doing this video? I love Toy Story. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I thought it was a super solid movie. Now I'm going to be giving you some facts about this theme right here, telling you about what the movie's about and anything else that I thought that was cool really. So Toy Story is about a kid named Andy and his toys. His number one toy is Woody, and on his birthday Andy, he got a new toy named Buzz Lightyear. And Woody feels very threatened because throughout the whole movie you see that Andy is really falling in love with this toy, and Woody is worried about losing his number one spot to the new toy. So he gets super jealous and the whole movie unravels from there. I think the movie really does hold up. I watched it the other day, really had a fun time watching it too. Now this movie had 4 parts to it. So Toy Story 1 that came out in 1995, Toy Story 2 that came out in 1999, Toy Story 3 that came out in 2010, and then the most recent one, Toy Story 4, which came out in 2019. Now, if I have to be ranking which ones I like the most in order, so my number 1 would be Toy Story 1, of course. Number 2 would be Toy Story 2. And my number 3 is going to be a little upsetting to some people. It's going to be Toy Story 4, and then my last is Toy Story 3. Why I have number 4 as my number 3? I overall like that movie a lot. I know some people thought Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending, and it was because you gave him up to a new toy. But I'm one of those people that was very curious to know what happened to the toys after Andy gave them away. So I was happy whenever they came out with this one. I liked where they took the story, how Bo Peep was able to reconnect with Woody. I thought that was a really cool thing. Even though we really didn't get too much of with the other characters, which I didn't really mind too much because I've always looked at it, it's kind of just like it's Woody's adventure. So I was just very curious to see what Woody did the whole movie. So to me, I thought it delivered. Toy Story 3, I thought it was fine. It had a great ending, I'll give them that, but it was very boring to me. I didn't really like it at all because I remember I went to the theaters to go see the movie. So I just really didn't like it at all. The other ones still hold up to this day. So I like those movies a lot. So some little facts about it. So there are 3 waves to this set right here because the partnership, this right here, started in like the end of 2009 and beginning of 2010. The first wave consists of Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, a total of 6 sets. Wave 2 is all Toy Story 3, which is 9 sets in total, but 4 of them are Diplo. Now Diplo is for, I believe, like kind of like babies, like I think anybody that's like 4 and under, because the sets are really basic, the pieces are really big, so they're really easy for young kids to put together, which is really cool for those kids. And then we have Wave 3, which is a total, I think, of 7 sets, 1 Diplo, but they're all junior. Now junior sets are kids that are 5 and plus because they have a big logo on the corner of the box where it says 5 and plus. Now they do have big pieces in them too, but there are some more details, some more pieces in there. And again, I like to build junior sets. I think a lot of them do come out pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Incredibles, when they released a few sets a couple years prior to, or in 2018, I believe there's also juniors too. So I thought those sets came out pretty cool too. Now, one of the things that upset people about the Toy Story 4 sets was the downgrade from the minifigures, which you will see in this video because the Toy Story 1, 2, and 3s, they had these really cool molded heads that looked fantastic. And for some reason in the Toy Story 4 sets, they just had a regular minifigure head with the printed on face on them. I tried to look up a specific reason why LEGO decided to do this. I couldn't find a definitive reason, but my guess is that they just wanted to cost cut making these sets right here, which I thought that was a really big bummer because yes, these sets are for younger kids, but I think those young kids really enjoyed seeing like an actual Woody minifigure. But then again, that's just my opinion because I'm an adult LEGO fan, so maybe I'm just being a little cynical or whatnot. But overall, I thought there were some really cool sets in the Toy Story 4 theme. I only have a couple on this list right here, but some of them weren't bad. I thought they were pretty fun to build, really easy to build, I should add. Now, they do have a couple of brick heads. Now, the brick heads are these right here. They're kind of like LEGO's version of Funkos in my opinion. And I always love getting them. I have about 14 of these right here. So anytime I see a cool brick head, I always get it. I'll probably be doing a top 10 video of that very soon. Now, I think sometime this year, we actually got two sets for Toy Story. We got a Woody and Bo Peep set, and we had a Buzz Lightyear set. So that's really cool. I haven't seen those in stores yet, or I don't know if they're released or not, but if they are, I'll put it somewhere down below if they're released not, or where you can get them at. And another little fact that I want to add is that in 2018, I believe, LEGO came out with the Incredibles video game, which had both the movies in there, and they have a big roster in there. And they had a couple of Disney / Pixar characters in there. They had Sully from Monsters Inc. They had the woman from, I think, Brave. They had the kid from Coco. And they had Dory from Finding Dory. So that was really cool to see. But then also they had Woody from Toy Story, which is really cool to see him. He looked really great in the video game, and he had Bullseye to accompany him in the video game. So he was able to like get on top of Bullseye and ride him throughout the city, and he went pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so those are like a couple of facts, anything that I found interesting about this theme right here. So now let's go into my top 10 LEGO Toy Story sets. 10 on the list is going to be a set from Toy Story 3. It's called Western Train Chase, and this came with 584 pieces, 6 minifigures. At the time of its release, it was sold for around $80. This made it to number 10 on the list is because I'm not really a train guy. Train sets do not interest me at all. I think they're really boring in my opinion. But I thought it had some pretty cool minifigures such as Ham, Dr. Porkchop. Of course, we got the Woody and Buzz, Jesse, and then getting Bullseye. I think Bullseye minifigure is super cool. I like the way it came out a lot. There's some cool pieces that are in this set right here. Some stuff that, you know, got some good colors and whatnot though. But overall, I think this is a solid way to start this list right here. Number 9 on the list is going to be a set from the first Toy Story movie, and this one is a Build-A-Figure, and this one is called Construct a Zurg, and this came with 118 pieces, 1 minifigures, and at the time of its release, I believe it was somewhere around $30 if I'm not mistaken. I can't really get a correct official price on that, but we'll say around $30. Why this one is on the list right here is because I love the way how Zurg came out. I thought it looks really cool. The purple looks solid, the face looks awesome, and I also like the little weapon he comes with, this little cannon that he's holding in his left hand right there. For left from the video, I guess right on his hand actually. And it comes with a nice little alien minifigure. Of course, we've gotten that minifigure in, I believe, 5 other sets. So nothing special about it, but it's always cool to get an alien. And I just thought it was a super nice and simple set. Number 8 on the list is going to be a set from Toy Story 3. And this one is called Lotso's Dump Truck. And this came with 129 pieces, about 4 minifigures. And at the time of its release in 2010, this was sold for around $20. This made it to number 8 on the list is because I thought the minifigures or the characters in this set were pretty solid. The dump truck is nothing to really write home about. It's a pretty classic looking toy because I feel like I've seen this toy, like a dump truck toy, like forever. So that's a very classic toy to build. But the minifigures or characters is what sold me the most. Such as Chunk and Stretch characters are probably my 2 favorite out of the 4 we get right here. Because the truck driver is pretty bare minimum. And Lotso is, you know, I like Lotso. It looks pretty good as a big figure. So overall, pretty simple, a solid set with some cool minifigures. Number 7 on the list is going to be a set from the first Toy Story movie, and this one is called Woody and Buzz to the Rescue. And this came with 92 pieces, 2 minifigures at the time of its release. I believe it was sold for around $20. This made it to number 7 is because I like the way this came out right here. I thought the RC car looks cool. Even though this came out again in the Toy Story 4 sets, much more smaller than it appears to be in this 2010 one right here. But what I like about this one that this one has that the other one didn't is that it comes with Buzz attached to the firecracker, because in the first movie Sid puts him on a firecracker because he wants to explode him. So I thought that was a really nice little detail that was cool right there. And of course the Woody and Buzz characters are always cool to get. And I just love the way how RC is constructed. Overall, even though it's $20, I think it's super solid set right here. Number 6 on the list is going to be a set from the Toy Story 4 movie, and this one is called RV Vacation, and this came with 178 pieces, 4 characters, and at the time of its release, it was sold for around $35. Why did I get this set right here? It's one of my favorites from the Toy Story 4 wave. We didn't get too many sets that I liked a lot, but this one was one of my favorites because it comes with some cool characters such as Forky, and then getting the Rex too was also pretty exciting to get. Getting Jessie in the new way they're doing them now is okay. I thought her outfit was pretty good. The hairpiece attachment was really cool. The RV came out really nice. I loved how it looked almost like how it looked in the movie. So I thought the RV part was really cool build. And everything was really easy to build. I have it reviewed on the channel. I'll put that link down below so you can go check that out. I had a really fun time building this set, and overall I just really enjoyed my time with it. Number 5 on the list is going to be a set from the Toy Story 3 movie, and this one is called Garbage Truck Getaway, and this came with 402 pieces, 4 characters, and at the time of its release, it was sold for around $50. This made it to number 5 on the list is because I thought this was a really cool scene in the Toy Story 3 movie, so I liked how they were able to like construct it really good. The garbage truck looked pretty cool. The little trash container is pretty cool too, but the characters are really solid in this set here, which the ones I'm talking about are the Buzz and Jessie ones, because what makes them special is that they're not just like regular Buzz and Jessie ones. They have like dirt on them to like signify that they're in the garbage. So I really liked how those two minifigures look like, and the Twitch minifigure is very, very interesting. I like the headpiece a lot. Really good body piece too. So just overall solid stuff about this set right here. Number 4 on the list is going to be another set from Toy Story 4, and this one is called Buzz and Woody's Carnival Mania, and this came with 230 pieces, 5 minifigures. At the time of its release, it was sold for around $50. I thought this was the best set in that Toy Story 4 wave. It's my favorite from that set right there. I also have this reviewed in the channel, so go check that out. Why I liked it so much was because I loved all the mini games that were in this section right here. Like the bumper cars are really cool. The kind of like ride that they have for the octopus, I thought that came out really solid too. I love all the pieces in that. And the big play feature where it's like you have a cannon, you're kind of shooting down the targets, I thought that looked really good. Some really cool pieces in here. Of course, the 5 characters we got in here are pretty solid too, even though we get Buzz and Woody and Bo Peep in other sets. But it was really cool to get the 2 newcomers in the movie, which is Bunny and Ducky. I thought Ducky was probably my favorite out of this set right here. But I just thought such a fantastic set, and I really like this one a lot. Number 3 on the list is going to be a set from Toy Story, and this one is called Pizza Planet Truck Rescue, and this came with 225 pieces, and it comes with 4 characters, and at the time of its release, it was sold for around $40. This one is so high on the list right here is because I think that Pizza Planet Truck is just so iconic within the Pixar series, because you just see it in the background of so many movies like Monsters Inc. and whatnot. And I just love the way it looked. I thought it came out cool. The play feature on top of the roof is a really cool feature. Favorite character in this set probably have to be Ham. Even though I liked how he looked as like the Dr. Evil Pork Chop, was really cool. But overall, cool minifigures, really cool build. That car build, like car builds are kind of hit or miss for me, but I thought this one delivered so much. So that is why this is my number 3. Number 2 on the list is going to be a set from Toy Story 3, and this one is called Trash Compactor Escape. And this came with 370 pieces and 5 characters, and this was sold for around $50 if I'm not mistaken. Why this set is number 2 on the list is because it's a pretty big looking set. I think it looks really good. It does capture the scene wherever the toys are going through the trash compactor. So I thought this was a really cool set piece right here. And just seeing like the crane come down and get them from the fire, really cool build. I love how that turned out too. And of course, getting like the dirty version of Woody was also cool to get. So overall, cool minifigures, cool play feature in here. Looks really big and solid, and just captures a really important scene in the movie very, very well. And that is why this is my number 2. And finally, number 1 on the list is going to be a set from Toy Story 2, and this one is called Woody's Roundup, and this came with 502 pieces, 4 characters. At the time of its release, this one was sold for around $50. Why this one is number 1 on the list right here is I thought it had a really cool theme to it, because if you remember in Toy Story 2, they actually talked about where Woody came from, like his show and all that stuff. So I feel like this matches on what the show that they talked about in that movie. I love the little gel station right there. It looks really solid. I thought it came out really cool. The little sheriff station right there came out good too. We have like a little mine section right there, also cool. And I thought all these figures in this set right here were cool. My favorite one to get in this set right here would have to be the Stinky Pete. I thought he was my favorite in this set right here. And of course getting Bullseye, because I love that character so much, was cool. And then getting Jesse and Woody was also fantastic to get. Super solid set. I thought it just captured everything so well, in my opinion. And that is why this is my #1 LEGO Toy Story set. Well, there you have it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this top 10 video right here. Had a really fun time doing this. The list was pretty cool to make, so hopefully you found something that you agree with. And even if you didn't agree with anything on this list, let me down below. What would you take out? What would you add in? What would be your guys' like top 10 and how would you change it and whatnot? I have some more videos coming out. I have a couple other sets that I got to review. As you can see, I have some sets that are behind me that I got to build and review for you guys. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that right there. Of course, more top 10s are always going to be coming out. I think top 10s are really cool to make. So yeah, follow all my links down in the description below. So like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Instagram, and all that stuff. Links down below. Check all that stuff out. Until next time, everybody. My name is Ryan. Stay ready.